Alrighty, hello, and welcome to my channel. This channel is for educational purposes. We check out great theories, concepts, and discoveries that you might not be familiar with. But if you were, they would help you out in your quest for better spiritual, mental, and physical health. But this is mostly stuff that's been suppressed and otherwise requires some digging. So take on the challenge. This is a segment we have called the Q-tip of the spear. And we look at the info war, the info warriors who cover the cutting edge of the events, full control, the 60,000 man army, the orchestration of the events as a reenactment simulation for popular consumption, and a victory of the white hats, the patriots over the globalists who are in big trouble and in their death throes. However long that might take for it to roll out because of great cognitive dissonance on the part of the so-called useful idiots out there who don't know what side they're supposed to be on. And all of it is rather insulting to your intelligence because of its absurdity and its kind of obviousness, obviously fake, obviously reenacted, obviously staged, and don't be so hard on the other side for falling for it. They're not just idiots, as I just called them. They're not just idiots. They are just in a trance. They're I know many of these people, and they're very smart. Some of them are very smart, but they're in a trance, and that obviates, your intelligence because you never go there. So your mind never works on the problem because it has been kind of blocked from even approaching it. And so you end up dealing with this unconscious process to be making your decisions for you, making the decisions before your conscious mind even knows that there is a decision. And, that's kind of what the libs do with Trump derangement syndrome and other syndromes that they have, just political discourse in general. If you disagree with them, they storm off after a few ad hominem attacks and refuse to debate you. They would never stoop so low. This is an unconscious reversion to, childlike behavior. But it's not something that they're doing consciously. It's kind of like it triggers without a reflection about what's really going on. Otherwise, they would never be able to justify it or repeat it or, but they are able to because there's a blockage there. And I say not to be so hard about it because there is an identical, or at least much the same type of blockage and trance on the right. And that has to do more with religion, belief systems, legacies, heritages, um, mythologies, history, values, and you also, but particularly religion and particularly Christianity. And the Christians go right into a trance. Even the very passive Christians, the ones that aren't even Christians, but they just are Christians by default, they haven't really considered the question enough to have a uh, a really opinionated view about it. So they just kind of are on the fence with it, like they believe it, but they can't tell you why they believe it. Um, they can't really defend their position. They introduce a lot of their sayings with "I'm not a biblical scholar," but um, and they usually can cite somewhere between a handful and 100 biblical verses for particular occasions. But they haven't really done their homework, so they don't know what it says in particular, like throughout. They don't know the gestalt of it, you know. They don't see the bigger picture, and they don't know anything about the context. They don't know when it was written, by whom it was written, in many cases, where it was written, in what language was it written, why was it written, and what other works are there that corroborate and or uh, you know um, contradict uh, what's being said. And so these people don't really have that much of an opinion, but they still are in the trance, which is a deferential trance. As soon as the word Jesus Christ is mentioned, or as soon as the word Bible is mentioned, everybody goes into a trance, and it no longer becomes okay to be a truther, to criticize or at least scrutinize all your belief systems to make sure that everything is right. Um, Instead, it's a free pass. Christianity and Jesus gets a free pass in this on the right, in the Infowar, and there's no room for questioning any of it. And um, that is a super big uh, red flag there. First of all, because you're supposed to be a truther. You're supposed to be somebody who's dedicated to the truth and who has dug into a lot of our history, our recent history, 20th and 21st century histories, to uncover all these false flags and psyops and hoaxes and, you know, um, secret missions, um, but is not applying it to their own cherished belief systems. And so that is a huge red flag, and it calls you into question as a truther. But it's also a red flag because history repeats itself, and um, there's certainly a concern that when a person like you gets into power, that you will revert um, to witch burnings and inquisitions and crusades and forced conversions at gunpoint, and just very fervorous, um, ungrounded, um, zealousness, forcing everybody to believe what you believe. And Christians generally pretend to be very, uh, you know, pious and uh, victim of persecution. But when the shoe's on the other foot, um, the history is deafening. So that is just a little bit of a description of the playing field, and then we got to figure out how to navigate it maybe next time. Like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and come back for another episode of the Q-Tip of the Spear. Thanks for tuning in today. Have a great day.